Hi Seeker, welcome back to our Scry with Me series. I'm excited to have you back here on our channel. I'm excited to do these messages for you guys. I really missed them personally. As you know, I took a break because the holidays were coming around and the season was changing and I felt myself changing within. So I went within and took a little break. But now I'm back and yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this reading for you guys. This is a new bundle I got, by the way, from a shop in San Marcos, Texas. It's a rosemary bundle. Very beautiful. Burns beautifully too. Medicinal plant fact here. It is scientifically proven that burning a rosemary bundle, which I have burning lightly right here, is really, really good for cleansing the air. Not in the same way that you hear that sage does. Rosemary is really good to burn when somebody's sick in the house, whether it's common cold, flu, COVID, or whatever the case, some sort of upper respiratory infection. This is the ideal medicinal herb to burn in the house to help cleanse the air particles in the air, as well as help with your respiratory system too. It's really good to breathe in, so just wanted to tell you all that. All right, so the books we're going to be using is 2 books this time. We're not going to just use one. We're going to use 2 different books. We have The Shamanic Experience by Kenneth Meadows, as well as Lightning My Blood by James Aidendry. This book I actually finished over this time that I haven't made these scrying videos for you. My head's been in this book. And when I tell you I found complete resonance with everything in this book, this real life testimony of a person who went through a shamanic initiation through spirit. Honestly, this book, if you are looking for something on those means, on those lines, get this book. You can find it. And we're also going to be using the Kyle Gray Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Please don't mind the roughness of this box. I need to get a case for it. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Shamanic Experience first. Let's see what messages come forward. Putting my energy into it. I know it's kind of funny, but that's how I do it. All right, here we go. Are there any messages for the collective that we should be made aware of? Has been gained. Like has been gained. You gained something. So the first message we have here is has been gained. Ooh, let's see. Let's go ahead and pull. What was this under? The west direction. It says right here, the west. So the west direction actually has to do, the west winds, the west direction, like on the medicine wheel and shamanism, has to do with the physical world. Okay, this is tied to on the medicine wheel, which I am learning through, with my spirituality, has to do with the color black, and it has to do with the west direction, and it is tied to Spirit Bear. I don't know if you can see it, but I have different animal totems from my personal medicine wheel that I put up on my wall, and my west direction is Spirit Bear, the bear. Okay, I also have a rock here that I also use for healing ceremonies and whatnot. But anyway, that's a whole other video for another time. Okay, let's see what other messages come in. And we're going to switch to Lightning My Blood. Though its effects can be experienced in everyday life. Also take notice that the page that this landed on was numerological code 88, which I'm going to get into. I'm probably going to write what this means right here when I'm doing editing at the top of my head. So 88 will be listed right here. And also it is on chapter 7, listed under the chapter title Power Animals. So we're also going to note that too, Power Animals. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Lightning My Blood. What messages are there for the collective? Ooh, okay. All right. So third message here from Lightning My Blood says, "Send me into the jungle alone." Okay. Wow. While, actually it's continued, it says, while the ayahuasca played out its magic. I don't know why I wanted to say music, that's odd. The chapter this is listed under is Ayahuasca Death Lesson. Now, in spirituality, as most of you know, death is just another beginning. Death can be taken on in our everyday lives in a very physical form, or emotional form, or a mental form, okay, or a spiritual form. Either way, it is experienced through our physical body. So there's that interconnectedness. Death of what? Death of the self, death of limited viewpoints, death of insecurities. We'll see. Let's keep going. Let's go ahead and pull some charms, okay? Let's see. We have a moth. Okay. And a turtle. And an angel. Okay. A moth, a turtle, and an angel. So the moths are known, moths are prominently known to be attracted to light, right? They have no other means. They feel compelled. There's just this innate natural force within the moth that brings them towards the light, reminds them of what they are meant to be seeking, which is the light. Now, this could be that you are very much a person who attracts moths into your life, because moths aren't just something that seeks the light. They also tear up clothing. They leave holes in things that they come across, right? Which is why we have mothballs and such and whatnot. So I have a feeling that you are very much somebody who is encompassing and embodying their light, their natural source light. And in retrospect, you're starting to attract not only light, but things that seek your light. People, places, or things, or energies, or entities that seek your light. With the angel here, I'm highly thinking a guardian angel, whatnot. You could be somebody very much who is an earth angel, and you may not even know it yet. I don't know. I have a feeling, because this is like the back of the angel here, that you may be growing etheric wings. And if you don't know much about etheric wings, I would suggest to go look it up. Energy wings, etheric wings, angel wings. Usually, most times, if you are growing wings and you're starting to recall your soul assignment, you will start to feel pains on your back and burning and tingling sensations down your back. That's also another video for another time. But I'm also seeing that you are highly guarded as well in spiritual realm. You're not somebody to be played with, because I feel like you have higher forces at hand that are just not going to take fuckery, point blank. And you aren't either. So whatever light you do herald that you carry, you are protected, and you are definitely connected to the divine realms. With the turtle, I think something slow moving, something gradually is coming to be. So maybe this is your power, your inner essence, your inner light is slowly and surely developing, as well as your etheric wings, and maybe even your connection with a certain particular spirit guardian of some sort. We have many allies and guardians all over in this world that connect us straight back to spirit, straight back to source. And I mean, we have mineral allies, we have plant allies, we have tree allies, we have animal allies, and we have just, angelic beings. Even our ancestors can be allies and guardians to us as well. So there's this slow but sure but steady connection to the divine realms that I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and pull a card. So yeah, has been gained. The west direction has to do with the physical here on earth. And death, as I noted before, death is just another way of saying that, you know, killing parts of ourselves off, you know, really ridding ourselves of those limited experiences that we allowed ourselves to live in for just a little bit too long, has been gained. Let me see. All right, let's go ahead and pull a card from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Well, this one just kind of hopped out. You saw that, right? Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. So, for instance, what I told you about the rosemary, right? Or even medicine comes through our, you know, our animal allies or our plant allies and whatnot that I was mentioning. So I feel like even with this quote here, send me to the jungle alone, while ayahuasca played out its magic. Ayahuasca, we all know that's plant medicine. Very powerful plant medicine for the spirit. So you may be finding yourself more drawn to wanting to go do ceremonial practices, you know, or just working with plant medicine in general, which would be a really ideal thing too, because plants, even when they are dried and they are made into bundles, you know, and if we didn't directly pick them ourselves, they still hold a certain power, a frequency, a message, something of resonance with us. So let me see. Any messages for the collective from the angels and ancestors? Any messages coming through from the collectives? Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So the first message we had here for the scrying was it has been gained in the west direction, in the physical. Gained. Benefits. Growth. Reaping rewards. Picking the ripest apple from the tree. These right here. Look, you notice how they're both green too? Oh, this would be nice right here. It's good. Green has to do with the heart space. Definitely an earthly tone. Think of the earth whenever you see that color. We have warrior, be fearless and stand strong. So maybe your beliefs in the way you're trying to connect or reconnect with the earth in this lifetime. I feel like there's a lot of people who are trying to naysay what your connection is, simply because they haven't experienced it themselves. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. I mean, that says it right there. You're definitely connected to the animal realm. You may have noticed certain animals have been showing up around you lately, whether it be in person, like in the physical when you're out in nature, or whatever the case, whenever you're outside, or symbolically through resonance. Maybe you may hear about it, you know, on TV or through a conversation or whatnot. It just, a certain animal tends to show up for you. Maybe we'll do a spirit animal card and see the messages laid there. But I don't know, I'm not really sure yet. The second message here on the scrying was, though its effects can be experienced in everyday life. And then that was on the chapter of the power animals. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing resonance here between that second message. Though its effects can be experienced in everyday life, power animals, animal guardian. You're definitely connected to the animal kingdom in spirit. So yeah, Spirit is highly advising me to tell you to continue to connect with the messages. Those two cards and they're upside down, so I'm not going to take them. To definitely connect with the messages from these animal guides as they hold a very important message for you. In this time, whatever transition you are going through, whatever momentum you are gaining, those two cards, I'm not going to take that one. There we go. Stag, trust and thrive. Yeah, Spirit's definitely telling me to tell you to trust and thrive. And oh, wait. Two cards. I thought it was one. We're still going to take this one. Trust and thrive. Trust and thrive. Or maybe I should take this one. Magic Guardian. This connection that you have with the spirit world, with, you know, your guides, your animal allies, whatever the case you may find resonance with, is the magic that you should never cease to enjoy, to express, to relish in. Because that's what makes your life full of life. That's what gives you light. Definitely, that's what gives you light. Oracle, wait for important information. I feel like one of these animal allies that's coming across to you is definitely going to hold some important medicine for you to put actively into your life, to practice into your life. Guardian angel. There it is. Guardian angel, you're not alone. Point blank. Your guides are with you 24/7. Even when you're doing the no-nos and the taboo, they are with you 24/7. So they're reminding me to tell you to fret, to not worry, to just listen and be open and be receptive to the messages that they have for you. Let's see. Any more messages? Any more messages? This is going to be the last one. Be graceful with movement and action. So when you're communicating with your spirit animal allies or your spirit guardian or ancestors, be very attentive and intentive with your intentions, and also very respectful and very graceful when you're communicating with them, because it's not like a typical run-of-the-mill kind of conversation you have just with somebody random. This is definitely a connection you want to hold with high regard. This isn't something that you project or you throw your insecurities at, or whatever the case. You simply hold high reverence for these kind of connections, because these connections are what's going to help you through your current past situation. And whenever you need help, I would feel and would hope that you would want to hold high respect for yourself, as well as who you're asking help from. Yeah, this is 3 cards. I'm not going to take that. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if there's any other messages coming through right now. Definitely whatever message is going to come forth is going to be healing for your soul, if not on a physical level. So before we go, I do have one more thing to say about the 3rd message, right? Send me into the jungle alone while the ayahuasca played out its magic. That's trust. That's complete trust and surrender into plant medicine. So you may have a notorious amount of earth signs in your charts of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, whether it be your sun, moon, or Venus sign or rising. I definitely feel this for people who have moon and Venus, as well as the rising, not so much the sun sign. I don't know why I'm saying that. But to be able to trust plant medicine in such a way, and considering ayahuasca is one of the most powerful ones out there, one of the most, not the most, but one of the most, you had no choice but to surrender to the ayahuasca plant medicine, to surrender to the magic. The jungle is a very, it can be scary, it can be beautiful, it can be both. It can teach you as well as take you. It can consume you as well as welcome you, depending on your intention, right? You have something to gain with this surrender. You have something to gain with trusting your plant allies, with trusting your animal guides and what messages they have for you. I think the moment you ever try to put intellect into the magic of spiritual messages is when you start to contradict yourself and you start to confuse, your thoughts with your own intuition. You start to not trust your intuition. So maybe this is what your guides are trying to tell me, is that trust and thrive, right? That card we had with the stag. Trust and thrive. Allow yourself to be trustful and open and vulnerable with the messages that are coming through for you. Allow yourself to go into the jungle alone. I mean, our lives can be jungles too, you know? Because you have so much more to gain. There's so many messages for you and so much more coming for you. Maybe spiritually, like your intuitive gifts may be highlighting too, maybe coming to surface, and you're going to need to have this trust to very well develop them. Yeah, I think this concludes the Scry with Me reading. This has been this New Year's Scry with Me reading. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you found resonance with this. Let me know. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Go ahead and like the video. Subscribe if you like. If you want to know where I got my t-shirt, I'll go ahead and list the Etsy account in the description box below. I also do readings. I have a listing of my readings on my direct website link, which will be listed down below as well. Okay? I will talk to you next time, Seekers. Bye!